So this presentation, Selecting Subjects for Year 11, is meant for Year 10 students who are getting ready to undertake SACE Stage 1 or Year 11 next year. We've got lots of information available for you in regard to subject selections. Firstly, have a look please at the Senior Year's Curriculum Handbook, which is available on the Nazareth website. This has lots of information about the specific subjects that we offer at Year 11 level and to help you make some of those decisions in regard to which ones are the right ones for you. There's information that's been sent via email to students for subject selection, to parents in regard to subject counselling, and some websites that you should definitely think about visiting, including SACE, SATAC and TAFE, all of which we can provide you with extra information about possible pathways into the future and undertaking and completing your SACE. The first step in this process is to ask yourself some questions and answer them honestly, please. What subjects are you good at? What subjects do you actually enjoy studying? Because funnily enough, these are the subjects that are most likely to help you to be successful next year when you're in Year 11. The other question you also need to ask is, what might I need for any future pathways that I'm planning? And it's important to consider that's where those websites such as SATAC and TAFE can help you thinking about some of those further steps beyond school. After you've asked yourself those questions, I'd like you to go and have a conversation with your teachers. And I know it's a hard thing to do, but I promise they're very interested in the choices that you're making and the reasons why you're making those choices. So talk to them about, do they think you can achieve success in this particular subject at SACE Stage 1? And ask them why or why not. And then please listen to their answer. You should also talk with your parents, if you have older siblings, students in your mentor group. Gather lots of information before you make your decision, and that'll be the best decision for you as you're moving forward into Year 11. Essentially, there's 12 boxes to fill. So if you can imagine that white line through the middle of the diagram, it defines Semester 1 from Semester 2. The 6 boxes up the top will be the 6 lines of study that you'll undertake in Semester 1, and the 6 boxes underneath the white line will be the 6 lines of study that you'll undertake in Semester 2. Let's begin by placing the compulsory subjects into those boxes. So of course, being at Nazareth, religion studies is a compulsory subject, and that takes up one of those boxes, so a 1 semester subject. SACE has a literacy requirement, and hence a literacy subject needs to take up 2 of those boxes. There's also a numeracy requirement for SACE, which also needs to take up just 1 of those boxes. Let's talk a little bit about those 2 requirements. So for the literacy requirement, you have 3 options available to you here at Nazareth, and it's important that you choose the one that's right for you. We have English Literary Studies, English, and Essential English. Choosing the right option is most important because you have to achieve a C standard in 20 credits of literacy in order to complete your SACE. So choosing the right option that provides you with just enough challenge but also an opportunity for success is really important. In terms of the numeracy requirement, again, there are 3 options available to you in terms of mathematics subjects. There is mathematical methods, general mathematics, and essential mathematics. Again, you must achieve 10 credits of numeracy at that C standard in order to complete your SACE. So choosing the right maths option for you becomes really important. So let's have a look. What happens to all of those remaining boxes once we've put in those compulsories? Well, as you can see, they're all free choice. And in fact, you've never had so much choice before as you do right now, moving into Year 11. Let's look at some examples. So you can see, what a great pattern this would be. English Literary Studies, Mathematical Methods, Specialist Maths, Physics, Chemistry and Economics. Wow, that would be a great pattern. I think I did something similar when I was at school. And that was a great pattern for me because I really liked maths. I really enjoyed it. I was good at it. I loved my science subjects and particularly loved physics. So hence that was a great choice for me. But that's not always going to be a great choice for everybody. There'll be some of you who are thinking, that's a great plan for me too. But lots of other options are available, and it's about choosing the right one for you. Here's a second example of filling in those boxes. Perhaps this student's got a strength more in history and humanities type subjects, but they've still included a couple of science options there, 1 semester of psychology, 1 semester of biology, and maybe they've got a bit of artistic talent, so they've included some study of art and of design under the visual arts banner. Lots of possibilities there, and subjects that could continue through to Year 12 if they wanted to. Here's a third example. You'll notice this student's chosen English rather than English Literary Studies and General Maths, because maybe that's the right level of those subjects for them. They're obviously also interested in physical education and outdoor education, and they've thrown in some health and some nutrition, a little bit from the humanities as well, accounting and business innovation. Lots of options there, lots of single semester subjects that can each lead to a Year 12 subject at the following year. So a chance to try lots of different things before you have to make some more serious decisions moving into Year 12. And here's a fourth example. So this student is, as you can see, undertaking Essential English and Essential Maths because that might be the right option for them. They've got some vet study, so they might be undertaking some sort of vocational education and training. And at Year 11 level, we will negotiate with you about a study line in lieu of undertaking vet. This student is also undertaking digital technologies for 1 semester, business innovations, and to go with that vet study, some workplace practices too. So a great example again of some lots of opportunities moving forward into Year 12, but choosing subjects that are the right ones for you. So I wonder, what will you choose as you fill in all of those boxes? Which literacy subject would you pick? Which numeracy subject will you pick? And which subjects will you pick to fill in all of those free choice boxes that are available? When you're making those decisions, keep in mind your future pathways. Where might you be heading to beyond school? What will each of those subjects lead to at Stage 2 or Year 12? And we always advise to students, keep as many options open as possible. And be aware, obviously, if you are closing doors on particular options, what does that mean for you as you're moving forward? Keep in mind too, things that are handy to have at Stage 1 level before studying them at Stage 2. So for example, Stage 1 physics really is required before you undertake Year 12 physics or Stage 2 physics in order to be successful in that subject. But compared to that, tourism at Stage 1 or Year 11 provides an excellent background for Stage 2, but it's not actually necessary. You don't have to do Stage 1 tourism in order to study Stage 2 tourism when you're in Year 12. But again, all that information is available in our Curriculum Handbook. While you're thinking about those future pathways, you might be interested to download copies of these 2 documents from the SATAC website. These have lots of information about university pathways and particular courses of study at university level. There's also lots of information on this website about TAFE too, but unfortunately not a book that you can download, but lots of information available there. So what happens next? I would really recommend that you watch the learning area presentations that will become available and speak with curriculum leaders if you do have subject-specific questions. There's an opportunity for students and parents to speak with teachers because our learning conversation event is coming up very soon. So a good chance to have conversations then around future pathways and how you're progressing so far this year. Have a look at our Curriculum Handbook and read lots of that information about the subjects that are on offer at Year 11 level for next year. Students, remember, have lots of conversations. Talk with parents, talk with peers, talk with students in your MG. Get some information first before making that decision. And again, have a look at the SATAC website regarding university and TAFE pathways. So where to from here? Well, students, you should have already received an email with your EdVal code in order to select subjects. And selections are due via EdVal at 9 a.m. on Friday, the 14th of August. That's your last chance to submit. Parents, you will be very soon receiving an email with a code for subject counselling, and we ask every Year 10 student together with a parent to attend a subject counselling appointment so that we can talk with you about your selections and the possible pathways that you're considering, and make sure that those two details line up appropriately. We can make any changes that we might need to at that appointment and confirm the selections that you have made ready for next year. What happens then? Following subject counselling, we then start work on the timetable. We make a brand new timetable every year based on what our students tell us that they want. So we don't have a predetermined timetable structure here at Nazareth. The number of classes and which classes go on which lines of the timetable is absolutely determined each year by those student choices. It's important to realise that your subjects are allocated from your priority order. So it's important that the most important subject is ranked first and all the way down the list into your lower preference subjects. Please note that not every subject offered will actually run. Every year, unfortunately, it is based on student preferences. So if only a very small number of students choose a particular subject, it's not always possible for us to have a class available. That's where those reserve selections become very important. They are a last resort and we avoid using them at all costs, but sometimes we do need to know, what is your reserve? If you didn't get your first priority subjects, what else would you be prepared to study next year? Finally, please make an informed decision. Do your homework before you start entering those subject selections in EdVal. Have those conversations. Do lots of reading. Choose subjects that are right for you. What subjects are you good at? What subjects do you enjoy studying? Because they'll be the ones that will give you the best chance for success in Year 11. Good luck. I know it's a tough decision, but we are here to help.